Broadcasting
Now
live.
we are live.
We are live. So we'll just give it a few more minutes on Emmy. So we'll just do
Now we are live.
chit chat. We are live. So we'll just give it a few more minutes on Emmy. So we'll just do.
You definitely want to mute yourself.
Yeah, that echo. I just turned off my play part.
Also, there is about a 20-second delay on this for you gentlemen.
Yes. Okay. So
all right. And because this is timed, the way that YouTube works is that we are live broadcasting right now, but we should be seeing the feed pop up soon.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. So what's the temperature like in Houston these days, Johnny?
It gets about 90, 95, 100 degrees in the shade. A lot of humidity. So it's definitely not a time to come down to Houston from June to like the end of August.
Are you trying to tell me it's worse than Florida?
Oh, it's worse than Florida. I love Florida, and it's worse than Florida.
Florida in the summer is a delight, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Right, my word. Okay, we'll just give it a few more minutes. A few people joining. And Johnny, who do you currently work for at the moment?
I work for Schlumberger.
And what do they do?
Largest oil and gas services company in the world.
Okay. So Houston's obviously the economy for oil.
Oh, absolutely.
Totally on that. So is EDS, is that still a big player in the economy, or are those guys long gone?
Who is that?
Remember Ross Perot? This is years ago. Remember Ross Perot? He had an IT service firm, and weren't based in Texas, in Houston, and they were like the big managed services company.
No, I haven't heard of him.
Right. Well, remember Ross Perot, don't you?
I do remember Ross Perot.
Yeah, that's where he made his money.
All right, we're ready to go, guys.
Okay, it's 12:15. So, firstly, welcome to the New York Enterprise Collaboration Meetup. And firstly, thank you for taking your lunchtime on this. We've got an absolute great speaker today, Johnny Lopez, who will be talking about video migration to stream. And so, Johnny, let me just a quick brief background about yourself. You've been working with SharePoint for over 10 years now, have you?
Yeah, I worked in SharePoint over the last 10 years, specializing in Office 365 and also SharePoint solutions.
Okay, so you remember the good old days of BPOS, I'm assuming? Absolutely. Right, okay, very cool. So you've witnessed the transition from on-prem right the way up until Office 365.
I have, and I've done a lot of migrations from on-prem to Office 365.
Yeah, okay. So before you kick into your presentation, I always ask this question about the speaker. Just tell me like one thing personal about yourself that no one else knows.
And no one else knows. I've never been to Alaska, and I always dreamed of going to an Alaskan cruise. I never shared that with anyone.
Right, okay. Very cool. I've never been to Alaska myself. Ivan, many of you been to Alaska?
No, not yet. It's on my bucket list.
Yeah. It's a beautiful state, so I've heard actually on that. Okay, then. So with that being said, with that introduction, Johnny, please kick it off.
Well, thank you. If you guys can see my screen, I'm presenting a slide for the Office 365 video transition to Microsoft Stream. If you don't know this, the Microsoft has taken a stance to get all of their Office 365 video customers off of Office 365 video and make a transition to Microsoft Stream. So, as Peter said, my name is Johnny Lopez. I'm the community leader in Office 365 and SharePoint in the Houston area. So I am the president for the Houston Office 365 community and also the chair for Houston Office 365 Saturday. I've been doing SharePoint over the last 10 years, and I enjoy working with people and helping people as well. I did serve 10 years in the U.S. Navy on 2 different aircraft carriers. I travel the world. I've been to a lot of places. I've seen a lot of things. I graduated from the University of Phoenix in Houston in 2011, and I reside in Houston, Texas. That's a little bit about me. Today's agenda, I'll give you an introduction on what Microsoft Stream is. We'll talk about the key features and some of the actual new features that are out there in Microsoft Stream. We're going to talk about, hey, when you leverage the migration from Microsoft, what gets migrated and what doesn't, the steps of the migration. We're going to look at the content verification phase, and then also talk about some stream-only groups terminology that has come with this migration. So the nice thing about this migration is Microsoft has a migration tool that they're going to run to move the videos from Office Video to Stream. So I've done this once, over 15,000 videos and 198 channels, 100,000 users. So this migration process is a good process that Microsoft is following, and it also allows you to give time and effort on the migration process. So what is Microsoft Stream? It's a new video service that uses the power of an intelligence enterprise video. It enables knowledge sharing, easier communication, and connectivity in a secure enterprise environment. So this is part of your Office 365 environment if you have an enterprise license or above.
When you say enterprise, you mean like E3 or what were we talking about?
E3, E5, yes, E3, E5. I don't believe this is available on Business Essentials if you have anything less than enterprise.
Okay.
So some of the key features that Stream provides is the auto generation of caption. So you can have closed caption in various languages. Right now, the transcript is only in English and Spanish, but they're adding new languages as we speak. There's a transcript. So when the video gets uploaded to Microsoft Stream, it goes to a transcripting and a transcoding phase. So it writes out a transcript based on the speech to text, and it also transcodes the video for performance capabilities. So it enhances the performance capabilities on the transcoding, and we'll talk about the network considerations coming down in the presentation. And also it does face detection. So when someone is being shown in the video, it looks at your Office 365 account. If you have a profile picture, it will do facial recognition and add you as a person in the video. So when you do a people search, you can actually search it within Stream to see who's in what video. It doesn't do audio detection, and it does facial. So it will show you where the person is being shown in the video.
So will it pick up? So that mean it will pick up Joe Smith? And if you, how would it do? How could you do a search, or will it recognize a famous person?
It's only internal in your organization, so it doesn't reach outside of the Microsoft search built into Office 365. Right. So it looks at your Azure AD profile, and if you have a picture, it will scan that picture and then and looks through the video and does facial recognition in the video itself, and it will associate your picture with that facial recognition technology. So if you do a search for in Microsoft Stream for, let's say, safety, and I did a video on safety, it will match my face to my profile picture that is in the organization.
Very cool. And this is all integrated into Delve, is it?
It's actually in the Office Graph. Okay. Yes, it's integrated to the Office Graph.
Very nice.
The other thing is deep search. As I was saying, there's search across people, but when you do a textual search, it will search the transcript and also the metadata. There's subtitles in the videos as well, and it's a really nice deep search experience. So you're just not doing keyword searches anymore. It's actually searching the transcript of the video itself, and it will allow you to start and stop where that text shows up in the video. It's a really nice deep search technology. Microsoft Stream supports live events. This could be restricted to specific users. So what you do is you add users that have the capability of producing live events. So if you're familiar with Microsoft Teams, it has live events as well, and also Yammer. It's using the video service from Stream to present that video in a live capacity. There's also a new feature, a key feature that was added. It's called a personal watch list. So in YouTube or Vimeo, you can go and save this later to watch later. In Microsoft Stream, you can do the same thing, where you can actually add videos to your personal watch list to go back and view the videos at a later time. Now, some of the new features that are in Stream but not in Office Video. So Microsoft Stream supports Office 365 groups, allowing what I'm calling a video library for every Office 365 group. So if you spin up an Office 365 group, you have kind of a video library or a channel within that group. So permissions you have permissions at the video level, so you can actually do more granular permissions. So if you think about an Office 365 group, you have public and private groups. It's the same in Stream. You can have public company-wide channels, or you can have private groups that have a subset of users that have access to those videos. So you can have sub-channels within groups. And then also videos may appear in multiple channels. So there's no longer that I have to make a copy of this video and upload it in a different channel or group. I can associate the video to multiple groups, meaning the videos are unique. They have their own URL, and all you do is you're sharing it, so it's not containerized in Microsoft Stream. So you can share the video with any group, and that video shows up within the group. You can also add comments and likes directly on the video. So you can comment, you can turn it on and off, but you can comment on the video itself and have a thread on that video for multiple comments. And then also likes. And you have some metadata where you have views. Some analytics where you have views, likes, and comments. And then also you can add rich video descriptions, including links directly to times within a video or links outside of Microsoft Stream. So if you wanted to have a video in the description that links to a SharePoint site, a Microsoft Teams, a Yammer feed, you can do that within the video description. So you have the capability. In Office 365 video, it was plain text. Now you have rich video description text. So if you're a compliance person and you have to think about compliance and GDPR and all that good stuff, the same compliance standard in Microsoft Stream is the same was in Office 365 video. So if you see as of February 2018, Microsoft Stream is classified a Tier C service. So if you have any more information, you can go to the Office 365 Trust Center, but it shares the same compliance standards as Office Video, so you don't have to do anything outside of GDPR or those different types of things. So some of the network considerations to think about. So Microsoft Stream, oops, I got a little typo there. So Microsoft Stream supports up to 1080p in multiple file types. MP4 is the best file type to put out there. That's you'll see the fastest upload times and transcode and transcripting times with MP4, but it also supports other video formats as well. Microsoft Stream uses an adaptive bitrate streaming. What that means is it actually will break up the video into smaller chunks. So based on your bandwidth capabilities, it will lower the video quality so the video plays consistently and never gets interrupted. So if you're watching a 1080p, if you uploaded a 1080p video and you have a poor bandwidth, it will lower the resolution to 180p, 270p. It just depends on your bandwidth. As you can see over there to the right-hand side, this is the smart encoding when you upload videos. And that's the next thing, is it has the capability of doing smart encoding on the upload for adaptive bitrate streaming. So it will lower the quality of the video depending on your bandwidth. So the user has a consistent experience and that video never buffers. It shouldn't stop. The other thing on network, the consideration is you want to leverage existing cache proxies in your network. So you don't want to go out and do all the work and create new proxies. You want to leverage the existing ones. And then also you could use a third-party eCDN video delivery solution to optimize for Stream. There's a couple of them out there. You can use Collective. I think the other one is I can't think of Hive, I believe it's called. But you can use some of those other third-party the ECDN video delivery solutions to do what we call peer-to-peer streaming. So if Peter is streaming the video and caching it to his machine, I can use the same cache on the video, so it loads faster and it plays faster for me as well. So it's a really nice technology, but there's some network considerations. For all this stuff at the end of this presentation, I have references on all the Microsoft articles that explain a lot of this. I'm taking this and summarizing it for you guys.
Thank you.
So if you have Stream today, let's say if you have Stream and you have Office 365 video, whatever videos you have in Stream in channels will remain in Stream and not be affected by the migration. So in our scenario, we did have Stream being used, and we had also this migration happening. So nothing happened. All the videos had unique IDs, titles, and descriptions, or metadata. So if the video had the same name, there wouldn't be a save conflict because the ID is unique. So keep that in mind. If you do have a Stream environment today and you started uploading videos, this migration is not going to impact that. So the timeline for your migration. So from the day one, when you initiate that a migration through your Office 365 video admin portal, you have 60 days to complete the migration. This is what Microsoft is giving you, 60 days to complete. So once you do the migration, it takes, depending on the volume of videos, it could take a day or two to copy. So what's happening is Microsoft is copying that video and that channel into Stream in a read-only state. So as you make updates during this migration period, that read-only copy will be migrated to Stream in read-only mode. So that way you keep up with all your deltas and there's no loss of data during the migration. Once you have a 60-day validation period, and we're going to talk about that in a couple of slides, and then once you get done with your 60-day validation, you complete the migration and Office Video becomes unavailable to the organization. You can't get to it by URL, and you also can't get to it from the app launcher or Waffle. And we're going to talk about some of the things that happens in this process as well. So what gets migrated? So the videos, all the videos that are playable in Office 365 video gets migrated. Any of the uploaders, so the people, the metadata that uploaded with the video gets migrated, like the date, title, description, any thumbnails and subtitles, they all get migrated. From a channel perspective, if you're familiar with Office 365 video, the channel is a container for storing videos. The owner, editor, and viewer permissions on the channel get migrated over. So keep in mind, if you have the user group, everyone in company or everyone in company except external users, that gets migrated over too as well. Any of the admin settings that you had gets migrated over. So for Office Video, admin users, and also who can create channels, that gets migrated for you. The links and embed codes. So if you're using, for example, you have an intranet and you're posting links to videos in Office 365 videos or embeds, there might be some work that you need to do, but all links and embed codes will automatically be redirected once you go live after the 60 days. So you don't have to worry about, well, I have all these links to old videos and those different types of things. If those videos existed in Office Video, that link will get redirected to the correct video in Microsoft Stream. So Microsoft has done a lot of work on their on the DNS side to actually get that to work. So it works very well. I can attest to that. So any links or embeds should be automatically redirected. Okay, so let's talk about what does not get migrated. So if you used statistic charts in Office Video, that does not get migrated. So the likes in the likes in the views do get migrated, but the statistic charts don't. So it's kind of like some of the analytics on that video do not get migrated. So for channels, the spotlight videos and then settings that determine who can download the original video from the channel does not get migrated over. In any guest access that was granted at the channel level will not get migrated. And one of the things about the download, this is one of the gotchas. If you have a channel that allowed everyone in the organization to be able to download the video, in Microsoft Stream, only the video owner can download the video. So keep that in mind if you have a scenario where you need a bulk of users to download. So some of the major features offered in Office Video but are not currently available in Stream. So videos and channels showing up in Delve, SharePoint Enterprise Search, on the SharePoint Home, or and on the SharePoint mobile apps. So what that means is if you're using the intranet in SharePoint Online in a classic mode and you're using classic search, Microsoft Stream does not have that connection. So you have to go to Microsoft Stream to search the videos. Now that feature is coming. It's just a matter of getting it on the roadmap and iron that out. If you're using a REST API for Office Video, right now there is no REST API that is currently being offered. Microsoft is working on it, and I believe the timing is end of year, beginning of next year when that API is going to be available. Video view statistics, as I mentioned before, that's not available. And any spotlight channels on the home page, that's not available in Microsoft Stream. So Microsoft Stream actually pulls in more trending information than Spotlight. You can have Spotlight videos on specific places, but Microsoft uses analytics to actually bring the trending videos to the forefront. So what are the migration steps? So prepare, make sure that everyone in your organization is ready to migrate, make sure they're communicated. So we used a combination of Yammer, intranet, email communication on this migration to get the right people involved. Once you initiate the migration, again, you have 60 days to complete it. And then during the migration, Microsoft will send you an email of the initial copy of data when it's complete. And then you can actually, the migration shouldn't take too long, depending on how many videos and channels you have. But again, it could take a few days, it could take a week. And that's kind of the steps of the migration from there. So the links that I'm going to share with you guys actually take you step by step, but these are the main steps in the migration. But the biggest thing is prepare. If you don't prepare the organization for the change, you're going to get a lot of support questions. Okay, so once we've prepared the migration, once we initiated, once the copy of the migration is started, how do we verify the migration before it is finalized? Only Stream admins and users on the migration reviewer list will see the migrated content in the read-only state. So those are the two roles that you have to have in order for you to see the read-only content that has been migrated in Microsoft Stream. If you're not in one of those two groups, you will not see the content to be verified. So once you give the users the reviewers a heads up, this gives you 60 days to verify everything is good and moved over correctly. So how do you verify migrated content in Streams? So what are some of the steps that you took? So these are the steps that we took, and the information that we checked. So once all the data was copied over, and we were able to view the read-only information. So again, if you are already using Stream in parallel, users in Stream will continue to have access to Stream, but not be able to see the migrated content. During this time, any changes, again, there's a one-way sync, so any changes will be synced one way. You have up to 60 days. And then Have your key content owners verify everything looks good in stream. And if you notice anything's missing, incorrect, or wrong, please open a support ticket and the support team will help you track down the issue. So when the migration is finalized, all of the Office 365 links will be automatically redirected to the right videos, channels, and links in Microsoft Stream. All the embed codes will also be redirected. And then all this video will not be accessible to any users, even administrators. It's not accessible.
How would you test? Like you're migrating 500 videos. Each of these videos is 2 hours long. Like, how would you test? Like with a Word document, I know if a Word document actually exists, it's there. How would you really test? Is there ever a drop in quality or not?
So what we did is we actually told all of our validation for the videos to make sure that, and I'll go through these bullets, and that's a good point. So the videos from Office 3, we test to make sure that they showed up in stream. So we took a channel and we looked in Office Video and said, hey, we have 30 videos in this channel and we have 30 videos in this group in stream. And we went in stream and clicked every video to make sure it played, because we want to make sure that the video plays and the title and descriptions are accurate. So any subtitles, closed captions associated with the videos in stream, we want to make sure that they were correct as well. And then making sure the permissions were correct for the videos. So it's almost, if you think about a migration, you do a side-by-side comparison and making sure that all the content has come over.
Okay.
Same thing for channels. For channels, we want to make sure that the channel showed up. The videos inside the channel or group show up in the corresponding correct place in stream. We had one case where the video didn't show up in the right group, but it's because someone moved the video in Office Video, and then it got copied, it got deleted out of the one place and then copied in the other place. So this is why we're saying, hey, validate to make sure everything is okay.
So
we also had, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So when it gets deleted, does it go in the recycle bin?
There is no recycle bin, so that's a nice thing, and also not so nice thing. So there's no recycle bin, but Microsoft can recover that video up to a certain time. I can't remember what it was. I want to say it's 30 days, but yeah. So because of the way that this is structured, there's no recycle bin in stream. We had a case where we had a user go in. They had 13 channels and they went and changed the name of all 13 channels and they couldn't find it in stream because the name was changed. And when it synchronized those changes, the actual name was changed. So other users were trying to find that channel and the name changed. So we want to make sure that permissions are accurate as well. So in stream, you have a way to actually do that, and we'll take a look at that in some of the slides. If the Office 365 video channel had everyone except external users set as viewers to the channel, what happens is in stream, the group will be marked public. If the channel had everyone except external users set as editors, in stream, the group is marked as allow everyone in the organization to contribute. So keep that in mind if you're using those groups. And how are you using those groups in Office Video? Because that could be a gotcha. This is an example. I put together an example. So if you're in the migration phase and you want to test the redirect, after, let me get to the link here. If you notice here, after the actual URL, if you put the ampersand redirect equals true, it will take that video and show you what that video is and redirect your link to Microsoft Stream. So this is a way that you can test to make sure that channels and also videos redirects are working. And this is what the output is. So for example, this is the first bullet under the example is the video in Office Video. And the redirect takes you to the video in Microsoft Stream. So before the migration, if you guys can see this, this is what Office Video looks like before the migration. Notice you have channels. You have home, channels, upload, new channel. This is for a user. There's 4 channels you see here. After the migration, this is what it's going to look like. So now you have a little bit different navigation. So you can see videos, channels, people, groups, and then also, as you can see, the same channels, but just in a different look and feel. Notice here there's some labels here. So you have public, private labels, letting you know that this is everyone in the organization can see this marketing group. And then the help desk one is private, so only certain people in the organization can see that. So the permission mapping experience that we went through is you have three levels of permissions: owners, editors, and viewers. In Office Video, you have the same permission levels as owners, editors, and viewers once you move over. So the look of the permissions are different, but the roles are the same. Okay, so the next, when the channel that gets migrated from Office 365 Video, it's called a channel in Office 365 Video. Once it gets migrated to Microsoft Stream, it's called a stream-only group. What that means is these are groups. This is a new concept which was introduced with the migration, that these are only live within Stream and not tied to any Office 365 groups. So if you're familiar with SharePoint, you can create a SharePoint team site that has an association to an Office 365 group, a modern team site, or you can create a team site that does not have association to an Office 365 group. It's the same concept. So the stream-only groups do not have any association. They don't. When you have a stream-only group, it does not generate a team site in SharePoint, a plan in Planner, a team in Teams, a group in Yammer, those different types of things. So it does not. It's the standalone Office or stream-only group in Stream. Once you go live with Stream, you can move content from the stream-only groups into Office 365 groups. What I was saying earlier is it's just a association to a group. It's not really a move. So you're taking an association of a video and putting it into an Office 365 group. If that Office 365 group gets deleted, the content remains in Stream. So any association to a video to an Office 365 group stays in Stream. That's the nice thing about it. It's retained into Microsoft Stream. So question, can we create stream-only groups? At this point, you cannot create any stream-only groups from the portal. The only way that these kind of groups can be created is via this migration process. Microsoft is thinking about bringing the capability, but as of right now, you have 2 options. You can put the video in a all company channel. It's a company-wide channel that's public for all the company to see, or you can put the video in an Office 365 group that has a public or private setting, depending on what you need. So with that said, I guess we can open up the time for any questions.
What's the couple of questions coming in from the YouTube channel? What's the integration into Teams?
You mean it's from Microsoft Stream?
Yes.
The only integration that in the Teams as of right now is the live stream. Teams runs on Stream for the live capability. Right.
Okay. And those,
but to answer the question a little further, if you have an Office 360, if you have a Teams area, you have an Office 365 group. So technically, you have a Microsoft Stream channel that lives in that Office 365 group.
Okay. And another question that came through was anonymous access. I don't believe that exists. Is that correct?
That does not exist.
Okay. Is that on the roadmap or?
Not in Microsoft Stream. I haven't seen that on the roadmap. Anonymous access right now is only for some of the other workloads, like forms and SharePoint and those different types of things.
OneDrive.
And OneDrive, I have not seen that, and that's a tenant level setting for those other workloads, but I have not seen Microsoft put anything out about anonymous access on Microsoft Stream.
Right. Okay. And doesn't it do subtitles?
Yes. So I did mention in one of my slides that subtitles are available for the Microsoft Stream videos.
Right.
I had a question. Real quick, I wanted to know, the live events are really cool. That's something that, we even do inside our organization where we want to stream, a meeting or a town hall or something, whatever example. But is it possible to invite guests from outside of the organization, or is that coming up?
Yeah, that's something that's coming up. Right now it's only inner organization from a streaming perspective. But yes, that is something that is on the roadmap. But I don't believe it's going to be anonymous. I think it's going to be something that you would have to have an account. Just again, there's all types of different solutions, but also this is more for internal as of now.
Also, there's a question online from one of our visitors, John. Can you take a Teams recorded meeting and post it on streams?
Absolutely, I do this. I do a lot of Skype sessions, team meetings internally, and I take those recorded sessions, upload them to Stream, and share that out with the team instead of putting it into other places. But yes, you can.
That's it for me.
Okay, thank you, John. On that, where do you think the future of Stream is going then?
I think the future of Stream is kind of going to compete with some of the content delivery network pieces out there for organizations. I don't think it's going to be like a public thing. I think it's going to be around organizational, modernizing the organization for these type of capabilities that we talked about today, and adding more in the future.
Which products would you say Stream really competes against?
Office 365 video.
Yeah. Okay. Apart from that one, obviously. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say because for example, there's a lot of external third party like Vimeo and YouTube, and yeah, I mean, there's Ramp. There's a lot of video solutions out there that are superior because of the external facing perspective. But I think Microsoft has come a long ways with their video capabilities for their Office 365 customers.
Right. Okay.
There's another question real quick. Does Streams have an app, and what do you like about it most, if it does?
Great question. So Stream does have a mobile app. Everything else is in the browser. The one thing I like as of right now, and Microsoft is actually bringing this out, so you can actually watch on the mobile app. You can watch videos offline. So that's the one thing I do like about Microsoft Stream mobile app is you can watch videos offline and watch them at a later time. So you don't have to be connected to watch the video. That's a really nice feature. But you do have to actually add that video to your offline section as well. So you can't. You have to actually almost like you download it on your phone, but it's in the contained in the app.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Let's get any more burning questions?
I think we're good for now. That was really good. Thank you so much, Johnny.
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. So these are the references, and I just wanted to go over them real quick. So the first one is the Office 365 video feature breakdown. So this is a comparison of feature to feature between the two platforms. The other one is the actual migration experience, kind of some of the things that we went over today. The other one is the start the migration. There's there's certain phases of the migration that Microsoft's allowing, and this talks a little bit more about that. There's another one that assigning administrator roles in Microsoft Stream. There's a nice way you can assign roles. And then the network overview. I would also recommend looking up the limitations in storage quotas. Right now, 50 gigabytes for a video can be stored in up to 50 gigabytes for a video up in Stream. Another tidbit is Microsoft is in the beginning of 2020 is releasing the capability of actual creating videos in Microsoft Stream. So you can create and edit videos from Stream.
Like a full editing video suite, you know, like
I haven't seen it yet, but don't quote me on that. But yes, it's the full editing suite for Microsoft Stream.
cool.
All right, Johnny. Well, thank you very much for your time on this and very educational on this. So for
Pleasure's mine. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
no problem.
Thanks everyone for attending.
I look forward to seeing you on the SharePoint Saturday, which is next month, actually, believe it or not.
I'll see you in New York at the end of July.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you, Johnny. Thanks, Ivan. Let's set this up.
Thank you.